Hi everyone, my name is Marcia Canestrano and my business is Akasha Shakti Soul Coach. And I am here today in this blessed Lionsgate energy to bring a message. This morning I was in meditation and I got this gorgeous image, and this is what my guides were telling me is the symbol of Lionsgate. I have had many past lives in Egypt. It's one of my main places, and when I was in Egypt 2 years ago, I remember being a priestess of Hathor and a priestess of Sekhmet and a priestess of Isis. So I come to you today in this energy where the planet Sirius, which it is the home of the Egyptian pantheon, the home of the Egyptian mysteries, is going to be coming to the closest point it does every year to the earth. So this is the Lion's Gate. 8/8 is the day that Sirius is closest to the earth. And so that allows for a big portal to be opened. Lots of energy to flow through so that we can receive our upgrades of the light code activations within us as human beings to transcend to the next level of our own awakening and our own consciousness. And so today I've called in Lion Medicine and Mother Mary and Lady Isis, and I have pulled the deck, Work Your Light deck. This was the one when I was meditating that came through. So we're going to be pulling a message from this deck. Now, the symbol that came through very specifically for this Lion's Gate is at the heart chakra, and it is a very simple visualization. It's the beautiful green, emerald green light of the heart chakra, clean, clear, pure, and the Sphinx with a lion head on it within us. And so today, where I am in Los Angeles, it is still, August 7th, but I was really prompted to get this message out because I'm feeling the energy already really happening right now. And so you can use the symbol in meditation or however you want to really allow for the codes to awaken and be reignited within your own cellular structure, if that's what you're looking for, if that's what you're into right now. Also, too, this 8/8 energy is all about manifestation. So we can manifest from the inside and the outside, right? So we're manifesting this embodiment of the light codes within our DNA, allowing for the crystalline structure to really be even more present. And we're also using this energy to manifest in our material world. The divine feminine code is the 8/8. And so the 8/8, the divine feminine, is associated with the body. The 8/8 divine feminine energy is associated with our material world and our material desires and our material wants and needs. So you can also set inspired intentions in this energy to really bring forward, the best of all that your soul is in a complete alignment with, the best for your best and highest good and the best for the best and highest good of all. Okay, so let's get to our message. I've blessed the cards. I'm just going to hold them at my heart center, and I'm holding my oracle cards at my heart center. And I'm envisioning my heart in that beautiful green light of the heart chakra with the lion sphinx head in the center of it. Remembering and knowing that the sphinx represents the secrets. It represents the keeper of the records. And so we're just inhaling and exhaling that out. And asking for our message for Lionsgate, for our best and highest good. Oh, well, there we go, right? So, the first one to fly out of the deck. So this is where we are with Lionsgate. So this is beautiful. The ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening to you, not it's happening for you, not to you. Excuse me. It's happening for you and not to you. Okay, so what is happening with this Lionsgate is that any resentment, any feelings of victimhood can really be healed at this moment in time. This is a time where we can really be in our own body, in our own space, and really allow for a deeper knowingness to happen. This is moving out of victimhood is certainly the way of the Aquarian age, because we aren't going to be in this duality, this polarity of victim and perpetrator. Instead, what we are going to ascend to is this idea of oneness. And from working so much in the Akashic records and seeing my own past lives, people are like, oh, and I've read even spiritual teachers saying this, like, oh, if you're good now, you've always been good in every lifetime. And from my personal perspective, from what I've experienced from my past lives, I've been the whole entire gamut. I've definitely been the victim and I've definitely been the perpetrator. We get to play all these different roles. A lot of actors will even tell you it's much more exciting sometimes to play the to play the perpetrator, to play the bad guy, than to play the good guy. And so and so this is part of the soul's journey, is this exploration of playing all of these different roles, whether and coming out of it and like being right here right now and being out of judgment of it. Knowing that, oh yeah, well, maybe I shouldn't have done that. That wasn't for the best and highest good of all. But, we understand that and we integrate that in our higher knowing, in our higher consciousness. So what this is telling us is to recognize the fullness of our own soul and what is occurring now. And so whatever is occurring now is very strong energy, and it's the energy of ascension, if you will, and the energy of upgrade and awakening and light code activation. I'm feeling it in my heart as I'm even speaking these words. So there is a lot of heart chakra activation going on in humanity right now. For actually the heart chakra of the earth, they're saying, is really at this place of awakening and opening even more so, and that the heart chakra of humanity is doing the same. Like, it's almost like a lotus kind of imagery that they're giving me, where the lotus is really coming to that place where it's been growing in the mud, and it reaches the surface and it blossoms. And so this is the imagery that I'm getting. See, look at that rose. Look at the human that is coming out of that rose. She is blossoming. And this is what, any bumps in the road you may be occurring right now. This is part of the blossoming process. And that blossoming process is allowing us to take a bigger perspective, to take an overall perspective of us as soul, with any and all soul memories in any and all lifetimes, and knowing that we have played every part, and that right now we accept, we forgive ourselves if we need to, and we just come into that place of self-compassion about, oh yeah, well, this is where I am now, and this is where I have been, and this is where I'm going. And so this is a really beautiful healing that is going on for each and every one of us individually at this moment in time. Okay, so I am now going to pull a card about, like, okay, what can we what more do we need to know and or to do? What is it that we need to know? There we go. Oh, we got two cards. Okay, so excuse me, I have to bend over and pick them up. Okay, we've got a lot flying out of the deck here today. So, and of course, I love it. Of course, the two things we need to know and or do is, look at this. This is the priestess. So for all of you who are a male out there, this card applies to you just as much. It does not matter. This is just one title. And, you know, many people have been priests and priestesses in other lifetimes. And so this is only asking, how are you being called to step up and lead? And look at that pyramid at the back of her head. You know, this is a day of the ancient Egyptians. Also, too, look at the two lions at the side of her. This represents the goddess Sekhmet, as well as the lion medicine, as well as the Lion Association of Egypt. So when goddess Sekhmet shows up, she's the lion-headed goddess in the Egyptian pantheon. She is telling us, I am giving you all the strength, all the courage, everything that you need. And she can represent sacred rage too. You know, I always view her as the kinder, gentler Kali at times, but she is a divine mother. And yes, if you are feeling the sacred rage, she can help you to move through that, to come to more of that place of neutrality that we were speaking of earlier. You know, coming out of any kind of victim perpetrator drama in our lives, or that's coming up from the past, this lifetime or any others, and really utilize that sacred rage, utilize that courage and that confidence and that shining royalty and sovereignty of empowerment to step forward and become a leader in our own right. Now, what does that mean? You know, you can become a leader in many, many, many different ways. And it can be just being the sovereign of your own ability to make a decision. It can be that simple. You don't have to be leading, you know, 10,000 people workshops, or you don't need to be the Dalai Lama. You can be a leader of your own awakening. It's that simple. But no, all you light workers out there, this is what the Lionsgate portal is opening up for you. How are you going to step up and lead? What you're being asked, what inklings have you received? What has divine guidance been saying to you? Listening to those nudges. I'm listening to that nudge. This is what divine guidance has been saying to me, is starting this YouTube channel. Okay? So, my dears, yes, how are you to step up and lead? This is the action to take. And no, I love this. This is, I'm going to move my fingers, the Akasha card. This is the one of the Akashic records. And I know it's tiny, but you're going to see, here's the Sphinx on this side, the record keeper of all, and here's the pyramid on this side. So this is directly linked to the imagery of the lion heart, the lion-headed Sphinx in our heart chakra. Okay? Leading with the heart and knowing that you are being divinely guided. Having confidence and having trust in your divine guidance. That ultimately, in this message, going back to the original card, the ever unfolding rose, is the foundational message of the energy of this Lionsgate, is listening and trusting the divine guidance that is coming to you, and knowing that you have everything within you to be able to really step up and lead. So the actions are, how do you lead, and trusting your divine guidance with all that is coming through of the direction that you are headed. And so, my dears, it's quite a beautiful message for Lionsgate. And energetically, yes, this could be a little tough on some of you. And know that that it is all for purpose. that this is part of the upgrading, and we are integrating the light codes. Especially what was happening to me this morning is when I was meditating on that beautiful green light, that round green light of the heart chakra, and it goes from the front to the back, side to side, and having it spin, and then having the Sphinx within it. I could feel the activation of the codes within me personally. So that can help to ease it. Also, always call on your divine guidance to make this an easy, effortless, joyful, graceful, and peaceful light code activation at this time. Okay, my dears, I wanted to just make this really quick message so that you have, so that you have it for the Lionsgate, so that it's present for you, and just receiving whatever it is that you are to receive, and trusting in your own intuition and your own divine guidance. That's ultimately where we are headed as Aquarian beings in the Aquarian age. And this Lionsgate allows for that to deepen even more, knowing that we are soul embodied, and that our soul is an absolute direct creation of the source of all that is. So many blessings to you. Blessed be. A blessed Lionsgate portal for you all. Go joyfully and manifest. And I will see you next time. Namaste.